China, Japan, Korea. For Japan and for Korea from last year, high tariffs on vehicles and auto parts significantly impact Korea's effective tariff rate on OEMs exports. If semiconductors and pharmaceuticals are also taxed, Korea's rate will rise further. Trump's tariffs target Korea and Japan the most, after China. On June, international credit rating agency Fitch released a report titled OEMs Effective Tariff Rate Monitor, estimating that the United States' effective tariff rate on South Korea would reach among the top countries with the largest trade volume with the US. Korea's effective tariff rate ranks third after China and Japan. The effective tariff rate is calculated by dividing the total tariffs collected by the US on a country's exports by the total value of imports from that country. Fitch's calculation reflects the US base reciprocal tariff of a tariff on automobiles and auto parts, and up to on aluminum and steel. The reason Korea and Japan show relatively high effective tariff rates is that a large proportion of their exports to the US consist of high tariff items such as cars, auto parts, and steel. The US began applying a tariff on automobiles from April, and a tariff on auto parts from May. Steel and aluminum were taxed at from March, with the rate increased to from June. All other goods are subject to the base reciprocal tariff. Fitch estimated the effective tariff rates by country based on all tariffs imposed by the US. The bar graph in the report shows blue bars for and red sections indicating the increase in China has the highest rate, followed by Japan and Korea. Although China has the highest effective tariff rate, it is not entirely comparable to other countries. Despite reaching a tariff war truce with the US in Geneva on May, China is still subject to an additional tariff, and the tariffs imposed during Trump's first term remain in effect. In contrast, other countries are subject more uniformly to the base tariff and item-specific tariffs. Before Trump's tariff policies took effect, the effective tariff rates in were just, for Japan and for Korea. Compared to, the increase in was significant. Japan. Percentage points. Korea. Percentage points. These are the second and third highest increases after China's. Trump's tariffs appear to be more intensively targeting Korea, and this trend may intensify. From June, the US began imposing tariffs on steel used in appliances like refrigerators, dryers, and washing machines, likely to negatively affect Korean companies like Samsung and LG. The US may also expand the scope of auto parts subject to the tariff. Furthermore, the Trump administration plans to impose a tariff on copper, a key raw material used by Korean battery manufacturers operating in the US. Starting August, tariffs on other major Korean exports like semiconductors and pharmaceuticals are also under consideration, with a decision expected by the end of this month. Fitch estimates that if the US imposes tariffs on semiconductors, electronics, and pharmaceuticals, Korea's effective tariff rate would rise to behind only China, Taiwan, Ireland. In response, the Korean government is focusing on negotiating lower tariffs for key export items, especially automobiles and auto parts, which make up a large portion of Korea's exports to the US. However, while Trump has indicated that the reciprocal tariff may be subject to negotiation, he has shown no willingness to compromise on item-specific high tariffs. In Japan's case, trade negotiations with the US reportedly fell apart at the last minute due to disagreements over automobile tariffs, according to Japanese media.